With comic book-based movies and TV shows becoming some of the most popular entertainment out there right now, it's a shame that comic fans and especially comic retailers are so underrepresented in the media in a fair way. A couple of the bigger examples of this issue for me are the comic book guy from The Simpsons. While admittedly funny, it's, according to Matt Groening, its creator, based on every comic book store guy in America.
Oh, loneliness and cheeseburgers are a dangerous mix.
But another more infuriating example comes from Comic Book Men, a reality show on AMC about a real-life comic book store. I had high hopes for this show until this conversation starts less than 5 minutes into the first episode.
You guys must have, in your youth, read comics with an eye towards the hot super heroines. Who's your dream heroine?
This was my reaction. With all these negative examples of comic book retailers, I'm here to show you a positive one of the best comic stores I've ever been to, Ah Yeah Comics. Founded by Mark Hammond and his close friends and professional comic creators Franco Aureliani and Art Baltazar, Ah Yeah Comics is a store that cares about the community and is an active and open place for old comic fans and new comic fans alike. So Mark, you come to downtown Skokie to open up a comic store.
It's beautiful downtown Skokie.
So you come to beautiful downtown Skokie to open up a comic store. Why a comic store and why in downtown Skokie?
Wow, I don't think I'm fit to do anything other than comics, to be honest. I've been doing this for about 20 years. I worked for a large store in Florida for about 10, and another store prior to that. And this was always what I wanted to do ever since I was a little kid. I wanted to be on the retail side of comics. I wanted to be able to help new readers find books that they had never heard of, help older readers discover story arcs and creators that they had never experienced, and make those connections. Skokie was the first place that we went looking when we were searching for locations, and it had everything that we were looking for. Chicago has a number of really amazing stores in it, and we could have been one of those 40 stores where you could just kind of pass us by because it's just another storefront on the block, or you can come to a place like Skokie that has a comic reading populace that's not being serviced by a store because there is no store here anymore. I would rather be the proprietor of the comic book store in Skokie than a comic book store in Chicago.
And can you tell us a little about your Kids Make Comics Day initiative?
Kids Make Comics Day is awesome. That's all you need to know. No, I'm just kidding. So with the comics industry right now, it's a common thing for different store owners or fans or publishers to talk about. You have to get younger people reading comics now, or in 20 years you won't have anybody reading comics. Well, that's true, but in addition, you have to get younger people creating comic books now. And if they only have 1 or 2 interactions with people of a creative bent, to give them a chance to get on that track, then we wanted to be a part of creating an event that would give them that 1 or 2 interactions. So Kids Make Comics Day is the first Saturday in August, and what we do is we provide crayons and pencils and paper, and we pre-staple a bunch of blank comic books, and we have 1 or 2 creators here on hand, and we invite parents to bring their children in, and we spend the entire day working with the kids making their own comic books. Generally, most of the kids just want to know where the art supplies are, and they get right to it. And then we have the creators on hand for some of the older kids who want to ask a little bit more advanced questions. And we've done it 2 years in a row here at the store, and next year we're proud to say we've already got 12 other stores in 6 other states that are going to do it at the same time as we are. And we're in talks with Diamond, our national distributor, to see if they can help us take it to the next level where it would become a yearly nationwide event.
Can you tell us a little about the weekly Chat and Chew?
Chat and Chew is something we started at the store in Florida that I work for, and we took it up here. Chat and Chew, it's every Sunday. It's just a couple hours. I put out donuts or fruit or bagels or whatnot. We make some coffee, and we invite everybody. It doesn't have to be subscribers or regulars. It could just be someone walking on the street that decides they want to come in and sit down to talk about comics and related materials, toys, movies, video games. And we just spend a couple of hours, not only us getting to know our customers, but our customers getting to know each other. And that's a really great way for them to discover things that they may not have heard of, or they might not be into, or they just don't know enough about. And it's a very relaxed setting. It's a very friendly setting, and yeah, we've been doing that for 1.5 years since we opened, and it's pretty fantastic. It's one of my favorite things that we do.
Ah Yeah Comics actually functions as like a community center of sorts, having all sorts of signings and events, Halloween parties for people to attend. In fact, they actually won the Downtown Skokie Retailer of the Year award in only their first year of business. The store even produces its very own comic called Aw Yeah Comics.
Awesome. We love comic books. We love our mascots, Action Cat and Adventure Bug. And we are going to start making our own comics.
And unfortunately, while there are quite a few real-life versions of the Simpsons comic book guy, most stores actually care about their customers and want to make their business something more than just a store. They become an important part of their customers' lives, and it's not hard to see why I look forward to coming to Aw Yeah Comics every Wednesday.